Praise the Lord. Hi everybody, welcome you all to this final session on properties of definite integrals. Dear students, in the previous sessions we have solved the proofs of P1 to P6, all the proofs of these properties along with the problems related to it. Okay, now in this final session we are going to see the very important property P7, which is actually similar to P6. Okay, so we are going to see the property of P7, the proof along with the problems related to this. Okay, so let us not waste much of time. We'll directly go on to the proof of this. Now proof goes in this way. Now before going to the proof, see how what is the property P7 is. When you have an integral of the form minus a to a, okay, this is almost similar to, I'm going to use P2 to prove P7, but before that listen, minus a to a f of x dx can be written as 2 times the integral 0 to a. Okay, when I have minus a to a, remember there is an in between 0 there. So minus a to a can be written as 0 to a and a to 0. Okay, I am going to use this now. Before that, minus a to a f of x dx can be written as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f is an even function. That is, f of minus x is f of x, and the integral becomes 0 if f of x is odd function, that is f of minus x is equal to minus of f of x. Okay, right. We are going to straightly move into the proof of P7. So I have taken down the property which I am supposed to prove. Okay, I am going to prove the property by starting with the property P2, that is by using the property P2. Okay, we get, okay, we are using the property P2 and see what you are going to get. Integral from minus a to a f of x dx can be written as integral from minus a to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, so let me consider this equation as star. Okay, so I am splitting the limit from minus a to a as minus a to 0 and 0 to a. Okay, now I am going to make some substitution for the first integral in RHS. Okay, so see what is the substitution I am going to make here. I am going to put x is nothing but minus of t. Okay, I am going to replace x as minus t, then dx would be minus of dt. Okay, if x is minus t or else, okay, now be it as it is. Now when I change the variable, I have to change the limits also. When x is equal to minus a, remember the lower limit for the first integral is minus a. When x is equal to minus a, minus and minus gets cancels, t will be a. Okay, now the upper limit is 0. When x is equal to 0, if you put t will also be 0. Okay, so this is the substitution part. Always don't mess up the substitution part with the integral. Okay, now see what happens to the integral. Therefore minus a to a f of x dx, which is left hand side, will turn to, remember my dx is nothing but minus dt, I will shift to minus of. Okay, and when the limit is from minus a to 0, this limit will change to, remember, a to 0, and this will be f of minus t dt. Okay, plus there is already another integral 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, now by using the property P1, okay, so if I exchange the limits, then the sign of the integral changes. Okay, see what happens now. Now this will change to integral a to 0 becomes 0 to a f of minus t dt. Okay, plus integral from 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, you can say we have used by P1. Okay, we have used P1. Okay, now this is nothing but, again I can use I can change the parameter t to x directly by using the property P0. Okay, so integral from 0 to a f of minus t dt can be written as f of minus x dx plus integral from 0 to a f of x dx. This is by p naught. Okay, remember the left hand side is integral from minus a to a f of x dx. Okay, this is an important equation. From here I am going to consider these cases and I am going to prove the result. Okay, so let me consider case 1. Okay, case 1, if f of minus x is nothing but f of x itself. Okay, what do you mean by f of x minus x is equal to f of x? That is, f is even function. Okay, if f is an even function, f of minus x would be f of x. Okay, therefore integral from, I will take whichever limit I want, integral from 0 to a f of minus x dx will be same as integral from 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, right, let me take this as equation 1, right. Therefore equation 1 becomes, okay, equation 1 becomes integral from minus a to a f of x dx is nothing but, remember, 0 to a f of minus x dx, I will replace it as 0 to a, this integral f of x dx plus the integral which I already have, which is 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, now you can look here, both the integrals are same, which is 0 to a f of x dx. So I can write it as 2 times the integral 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, now you can consider it as equation 2. Now I am concluded with case 1. Let me consider the second case. Case 2 goes like this. If f of minus x is nothing but minus of f of x. What do you mean by that? That means f is an odd function. Okay, so when f is an odd function, f of minus x would be same as minus of f of x. Therefore if you take the integral 0 to a f of minus x dx, remember this will be minus of integral from 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, therefore similarly equation 1 becomes, okay, equation, which is equation 1, this integral from minus a to a f of x dx. Okay, this can be written as this integral, which is 0 to a f of minus x dx, I am going to replace it as minus of 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, plus there is another integral I have, which is 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, write it, it is 0 to a f of x dx. You can see here both are one and the same integral, one is with minus, the other one is with plus. This becomes 0 because minus and plus gets cancels. Okay, so you have another equation 3. By clubbing equation 2 and 3, I get back my proof. Okay, so you can write the conclusion. So let us write the conclusion. From equations 2 and 3, we have integral from minus a to a f of x dx will be nothing but, there are two options. First one is 2 times the integral 0 to a f of x dx. What is the case condition for this? This is if let us directly write f of minus x is nothing but purely f of x. Sometimes he will give you this, sometimes he will say f of x is an even function. You should be very careful. So this will be 0 if f of minus x is nothing but minus of f of x. Okay, so this is the property and you can say hence proved. Okay, so this is the proof of the property P7. Okay, hope if you can practice write this 1 or 2 times, you can easily write the proof of the property P7, right. So we will move on to the problem part of P7. So the first question related to this proof P7 is as goes. Hence evaluate integral from -1 to 1 sine power 5x into cos power 4x dx. Okay, so let us solve this using the property. Okay, let me take I is nothing but whatever the given integral, which is nothing but -1 to 1 sine power 5x into cos power 4x dx. Okay, now here what is p of x? Sorry, f of x. What is f of x? The given function is sine power 5x into cos power 4x. Okay, now check what is f of minus x. Okay, so f of minus x would be nothing but just replace x by minus x. So it will be sine of minus x, though this can be written as whole power 5 into cos of minus x whole power 4. Okay, this is nothing but, we all know sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So this becomes minus sine x whole power 5, but cos of minus x is nothing but plus cos x. So this becomes cos x power 4. Okay, this is nothing but, because the power of power is 5, which is odd for the minus will remain as it is, and this becomes minus of sine power 5x, and cos power 4x is as it is because there is no negative sign there. Now this is nothing but, now we can see there sine power 5x into cos power 4x is nothing but f of x, but you have a negative sign minus of f of x. Okay, that is f is an odd function. You can see there I considered f of minus x, I got minus of f of x. So I conclude f is an odd function. So what can I write? Therefore, by using the property P7, okay, by using the property P7, we get what you are going to get. Directly you can say integral from -1 to 1 sine power 5x into cos power 4x dx is simply 0. Very simple result this is. If they ask you the proof and along with this question, you will get 6 marks if you are able to solve this. Remember, this question has been asked 2 times, one in March 2015, the other one is in March 2020. Okay, so very simple question. If you can practice once or twice, you will be able to solve this. Okay, so shall we move to the next question, which has been asked related to this property. So the second question we have is integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x cube plus x into cos x dx. This question was asked in the year July 2017 along with the property P7. Okay, so let us start this. Here f of x is nothing but it is x cube plus x cos x. Okay, now this is nothing. Now let us check what is f of minus x. F of minus x is nothing but replace x by minus x. So minus x cube plus minus x into cos of minus x. Okay, so this is nothing but, now what is minus of x cube? Because the power is odd, this will just remain it as minus of x cube. Okay, now plus into minus will be minus, this is simply x, and cos of minus x we all know it is plus cos x. Okay, this is nothing but the minus is common in both the terms. I will remove the term, so I will get minus of x cube minus x cos x. Remember, minus into plus will be minus. Okay, so minus into plus will be minus because minus is taken outside. This is nothing but minus of, look here, this is nothing but x square plus x cos x is f of x. Okay, so we started with f of minus x, I got f of x. Okay, therefore you can say f is an odd function. Okay, when we have f is an odd function, hence by using the property P7, okay, by using the property P7, we have what can we write? Integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, okay, x cube plus x cos x dx is simply 0, isn't it? For an odd function, the integral will turn to be 0. Okay, very simple proof. Only thing is the property is quite lengthier, but the problems related to them are very simple. Okay, so it's up to you to take a choice in attempting this question for 6 marks. Okay, so shall we move to the next question related to this property? So the next integral we have is integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine power 7x dx. Okay, so let us see what happens here. Here f of x is nothing but sine power 7x. Okay, let us check what happens to f of minus x. This nothing but my sine of minus x, I can take it as whole power 7. Okay, so this is nothing but, we all know sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, so it is minus of sine x whole power 7. Okay, so this is nothing but, remember power is odd, so minus will remain as it is. Now this is nothing but sine power 7x, and we all know sine power 7 is nothing but f of x, but outside I have minus. So I started with f of minus x, so I have f of minus x will become minus of f of x. Therefore here f is an odd function. Very simple solutions these are. F is an odd function. There is a hint there, when there is sine powers, if it is odd powers, so odd powers of sine will definitely be an odd function. Okay, right. So f is an odd function, hence by using the property P7, okay, we get integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine power 7x dx is simply 0. Okay, very easy result. This only thing is you should know the property. If you are able to prove the proof of the property, problem part is very simple. Okay. So the next integral which is related to this property is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine square x dx. Remember, this question has not been asked in the examination, but there are chances for this question being asked. Okay, so let us take here f of x is nothing but sine square x. Okay, let us check with f of minus x. So f of minus x is nothing but sine of minus x actually whole square. Okay, and we all know sine of minus x is minus of sine x, and power we have whole square, and because the power is even, the minus will be nullified, and this would be nothing but simply sine square x, and this is nothing but f of x. So I started with f of minus x, so I got f of x. Therefore you can say f is an even function. Okay, if it is an even function, you can say by P7 integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine square x dx will be 2 times the integral 0 to pi by 2. This is sine square x dx. Okay, now we have to prove this proof. This is nothing but 2 into integral from 0 to pi by 2. Now sine square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x, okay, divided by 2 dx, right. So this is nothing but, if you bring this 2 outside, your 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and when integral, let me take integral, let me write one more step. So integral from 0 to pi by 2, this is 1 minus cos 2x dx. Okay, so this is nothing but integral of 1 is x minus integral of cos 2x is sine 2x divided by 2. This is within the limits 0 to pi by 2. Okay, let us apply the limits. This is nothing but upper limit is pi by 2 minus lower limit is 0 minus half into upper limit is 2 times pi by 2 means it is sine pi, and 2 times 0 is 0, and we all know this is pi by 2, okay, minus half into sine pi is 0, sine 0 is also 0. So the answer for this is purely pi by 2. Is it clear? Okay students, that is the proof of this question. Shall we move to the next one? The next integral is almost similar to the previous question. Only thing is there the limit was from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Here it is minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Okay, let us proceed in the similar way. Your f of x is equal to sine square x. Okay, now what is f of minus x? F of minus x is nothing but it is sine of minus x whole square. Okay, so this is nothing but what is sine of minus x? This is nothing but minus of sine x whole square, right? So this is nothing but, we all know for an even power minus will be nullified, and this is nothing but sine square x. This is nothing but my f of x. So I got f of minus x as f of x. Therefore f is an even function. Okay, therefore by P7, okay, what I am going to write, integral from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, okay, sine square x dx can be written as 2 times the integral 0 to pi by 4, 0 to a, okay, 0 to pi by 4 sine square x dx. Okay, so this is nothing but similar proof. So it is 0 to pi by 4 sine square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2 dx. Okay, so let us bring this 2 outside, and 2 by 2 integral from 0 to pi by 4, it is 1 minus cos 2x dx. Okay, so 2 and 2 gets cancels, integral of 1 is x minus integral of cos 2x is sin 2x divided by 2. Remember the limit is from 0 to pi by 4. Okay, applying the limits. So the for x it is pi, upper limit is pi by 4 and lower limit is 0, minus half is a constant. Now look here, 2 times pi by 4, pi by 4 is actually 45 degrees. So 2 times pi by 4 would be actually sin 90 minus sine of 2 times 0 would be 0 itself. Okay, so this is nothing but, this is simply pi by 4 minus half into sin 90 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. Therefore final answer for this integral would be pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. Okay, very easy questions these are. Only thing is, if they give you, try to practice these questions so that you can easily solve it in the examination. Okay, dear students, let us move on to the one last question for the session. Integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x cube plus x cos x plus tan power 5x plus 1. Okay, now before checking to the integral even and odd function, I am going to split the integral. Look here, so see how I am going to do it. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 limit does not change, so I am going to split it as x cube plus x cos x plus tan power 5x dx. So these three terms I am going to take it with one integral plus integral of minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 dx. 1 dx is nothing but simply dx. Okay, now let us solve this later. Consider this. Okay, here for this function f of x is nothing but, actually it is x cube plus x cos x plus tan power 5x. Okay, let me check what is f of minus x. So f of minus x is nothing but minus x whole cube plus minus x is not into cos of minus x plus tan power 5 of minus x. Okay, so this is nothing but, because the power is odd, this would be simply minus of x cube. Okay, now plus into minus will be minus x into, we know cos of minus x is simply x cos x. Okay, next Now tan of minus theta would be nothing but minus of tan theta again. So this would be minus of tan power 5x. In all the terms I have minus, so if I take minus outside, I'll get x cube plus x cos x plus tan power 5x. We know this is nothing but simply f of x. So this is nothing but minus of f of x. Okay, isn't it? So I got f of minus x is minus of f of x. Therefore, f is an odd function. So as soon as I get f is an odd function, what I can say? Therefore, by P7, what I can say? Integral from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, the first integral, which is x cube plus x cos x plus tan power 5x dx is simply 0. Okay, now I'll move on to the original integral. Therefore, I would be simply minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 dx. Okay, so this is nothing but, now what is integral of dx? Integral of dx would be x within the limit minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, so this is nothing but, so the upper limit is pi by 2 minus the lower limit is minus of pi by 2. Okay, so this is nothing but pi by 2 minus of minus is nothing but plus again pi by 2. Pi by 2 is 90 and again pi by 2 is 90. So pi by 2 plus pi by 2 would be simply pi. Okay, so this is the final answer for the above given integral. So these are the 5 questions which can be asked along with the property P7. Okay, so dear students, this will conclude the concept of properties of definite integrals. So almost we have completed the chapter of integration, which is a very big budget chapter. That means heavy weightage chapter where you will have maximum number of marks. Okay, so kindly practice the chapter, each concept neatly, so that you can easily score good marks in this chapter and hence finally in the mathematics. Okay, kindly if you let me know what you felt along about this video in the comment box. I'll be waiting for your comments. Okay, so you can like this video if you have liked it. Kindly like it if you have really liked the video and understood this. Okay, and you can also share it with your friends. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದಿನ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ P7 ಇದರ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ 5 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯವಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಲ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೂಡ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರು ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಾದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUCಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ನ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಡಿ. ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನನ್ನು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಸುಲಭವಾದಂಥ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ನು ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರ ಮಾತು ನಂಬೇಡಿ. ನಿಮಗೇನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವೀಡಿಯೋಸ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ವೀಡಿಯೋಸ್, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ವೀಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕಮೆಂಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿ. ಆಗ ನಮಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೀವಿನ್ನೂ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಾದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ dear students, thank you for watching the video and also understanding the concept of properties of definite integrals. So let us see what happens in the future. So if possible, we'll meet again in the next session with the new chapter and new concepts. Until then, take care, God bless you and bye.